Hey there folks, welcome back. Today we're going to discuss values, not the generic values that everyone throws around like glitter or confetti. So we're not talking about honesty, integrity, compassion, kindness, those lovely little words that everybody wants to be associated with. Now, I'm not for a minute suggesting that we shouldn't all aspire to live according to these grand labels, but they're not your personal values. Let me explain before you jump down my throat. Knowing your unique hierarchy of individual values is the most important place to start if you intend to expand to the next level of your own personal fulfillment and empowerment. Whether you wish to grow your finances, leadership, influence, or your business, whether your intention is to transform your relationship, health, or any other area of your life, it all starts with understanding what's highest on your list of values. Every individual, regardless of race, color, creed, or sex, lives by a set of priorities, a set of values that they make decisions by. We all make decisions based on what we most value and what is most important to us. If you draw your value ladder, and then your highest priorities will sit on the top rung. This is where you find what's most important to you and what you have the highest value for. And as you move down the ladder, rung by rung, you will find your priority diminishing until at the bottom you find your lowest priorities, your lowest values, and the least important elements of your life. Does that make sense? Now, no two people have the same values. Much like a fingerprint, your personal value ladder is unique to you. What's highest on your ladder is what is the most important and the most fulfilling to you. You are inspired from within by these high priorities. You need no outside motivation. Your motivation is entirely intrinsic. The further you go down the value ladder, the more external motivation you need to get things done. So the chances are, if you're struggling with self-motivation and you're not enjoying getting up every day to tackle your challenges and live your life, then you're probably focusing on things that are not high on your personal value ladder. They might be high on your boss's priorities, or you might have put them on a list of what you think you want out of life, but in reality, your intrinsic compass is telling you that you're not on your own path to fulfillment. But how do we determine what our true personal core values are? Well, fortunately, we've got a list of questions we can ask ourselves to identify them. This list has been compiled by Dr. John DeMartini. He's one of the world's leading authorities on human behavior and personal development, and he's been working at this for like 40 years. So thanks to Dr. DeMartini, here are 13 questions to determine your core values. Number 1, how do you fill your space? We call it proximity. What stuff do you keep close to you? We keep the stuff we like, love, and enjoy close to us. And we push away the stuff that we don't like and we're intolerant towards it. What are the 3 or 4 highest priority things that we gravitate to and have around us the most often? Unfortunately, these days, almost everybody includes cell phones in their list. But that's life. Be that as it may, that's modern life. So if you look at what people's personal spaces are filled with, that will show you what they value. Next, how do you spend your time? What do you make or find time for? If you say that you want to be financially independent, but there's no demonstration of you actively working towards that, then you don't really value it. You're just fantasizing about it. What do you actually actively make time for? Then next, what energizes you? When you're around something or somebody that you value, your energy levels go up, and vice versa. Some people have energy for cooking or public speaking or teaching kids to read. But whatever energizes you, you know very well what activities do the exact opposite. I, for example, lose every ounce of energy in my body when I cook. It's just not something I value, which is really sad because I love food and I love to eat. So anyway, identify with the people, things, and activities that energize you. Next, what do you spend your money on? You'll obviously be more inclined to spend money on things you believe have value and that have value to you. And you won't want to spend money on anything that you don't see value in. Next, where are you the most organized and ordered? You tend to properly organize what you value and leave what you don't value in disarray. People who say they aren't organized are generally not being true to their core values, or else they're comparing themselves to others, which you should really never do. The degree to which you organize your life is relative, and some people just naturally organize their stuff better. Don't compare yourself to them. Consider the elements of your life that you organize better than the rest of your life, and that's what you value. Next, where are you the most disciplined and reliable? Whatever is highest on your value ladder is what you will be the most disciplined in doing and what you will do consistently. You won't need external motivation or encouragement. It'll come from within. Now, the next three are pretty much grouped together. What do you think about? What do you visualize? And what do you internally dialogue with yourself about? What do you talk to yourself about? For all three of these, consider this. What you think about, what you visualize, and what you talk about in the context of how you would live your life. Those three may not tend to give you identical results, but there should be at least a consistent theme tying them together, and that'll be what you value. Next, what do you want to talk to other people about? The conversations that you gravitate to will be the topics that you value the most. What inspires you the most? And what are the consistent traits amongst the people in your life who inspire you? And also, what makes you emotional? Emotional attachment is a solid indication of what's actually drawing inspiration in you. Next, what are the three most persistent goals that you have? The enduring aspirations and goals that you've had, providing you've actually made consistent progress towards them over the years, are a sure indication of what you value for your future. If you haven't made any progress towards a goal, then it's just a whim. It's not a real goal, and you're not motivated towards it. Only if you've applied some real effort to achieve it does it count. So go back through the last 5, 10, or even 15 years and identify what goals have consistently popped up in your list of objectives for the future. And lastly, what do you love to learn about? We spontaneously want to learn about things we see value in, whether it's reading books or listening to podcasts or searching for new genre videos on YouTube, whatever. You desire to learn more about the topics that fascinate you and that you value. By the same token, we find it difficult, in fact, almost impossible, to expose ourselves to learning about things that we see no value in. You want to fill your mind with what's important to you. Does that make sense? Okay, well, that's them. That's the 13 questions. I've attached a PDF worksheet below in the lessons, below the lesson, for you to work through these questions in your own time. Write down your answers objectively, please, and without entertaining any fantasies or wish lists. Now, amongst these 13, you should see between 3 and 5 elements or aspects that are repeated or thread through the bulk of your answers. And these will be the top 3 to 5 real personal values. They'll be what you truly and actively value in your life at this point in time. And I say at this point in time because what you value in your life changes relatively fluidly. So repeat this exercise, quite often, at least once a year. I tend to do it at least every 6 months. And then strive to fill your life with these high value, high priority actions that embody your highest values. Or else you won't be true to yourself and you won't achieve the fulfillment that you desire. You need to be an expression of your highest value, and that is who you are. And everybody wants to be loved for who they are. Yes? Okay. Well, that's it for today, folks. And thanks for taking the time. If you have any thoughts or comments on these questions, please drop me a comment below and we can chat about it. I'd look forward to it. Until next time, take care. Cheers.